Now, are you hosting get-togethers this summer and feeling a little stressed? I know that feeling, but we are here to help. We've got a crowd-pleasing recipe coming up, but before we even get to the food, Shoana Jensen's got some smart gadgets and clever tips that are the secret to stress-free entertaining. It's what we're all looking for, Shown. So let's start with the drinks, shall we? Actually, batch drinks, so that everyone can just help themselves.
Yes, batch drinks, and I really want everybody to entertain again. I am so over fussy entertaining. It's supposed to be easy and, more importantly, fun, and even more importantly to that, connecting with people. So batch drinks. One of the challenges that people have the most with entertaining is when everyone's arriving all at once, you're kind of playing bartender, what do you want and what can I get you? And it can be a little, that right off the bat can be a little overwhelming for you. The solution is batch drinks. Make a whole bunch of a batch of drinks, a whole bunch of drinks all in one container. I've got one of these decanters. This one's from Bed Bath & Beyond, and they're so easy to make. So I'm going to super simplify it for you. Start with your base. I'm going to choose lemonade because lemonade's really accessible, really easy. You can make your own. If you want to do all that amount of work, at least it's done ahead of time, but you can certainly buy lemonade. Use that as your base, and from there, the options are almost limitless. Whatever spirit you want to add into this, you can add it. You can add sparkling wine. You can add white wine. You can add vodka, gin, rum, whiskey. You name it, pretty much, it can go in here. Lemonade is the most versatile, one of the more versatile mixes that you can do. So you've got your lemonade, you've got your spirit, and then add another layer of flavor to finish it off. And what I mean by that would be herbs. You can add basil, thyme, lavender, ginger, grated ginger, whatever kind of tickles your fancy out there. And you can make flavored syrups. If your lemonade isn't already sweetened, you can make flavored syrups with pretty much any profile. You can do jalapeno. Ooh, jalapeno lemonade is so delicious. And you can do all of that. And then you've got this many drinks made it all at once. Mm-hmm. If you're making enough that that people are going to drink it right off the bat, it's pretty much their first drink, and then you're going to move on to like your wine with your dinner or lunch or something, then go ahead and put the ice cubes in. But my tip is if it's going to sit for a while and you're using whatever base you're using, in this case lemonade, freeze a whole bunch of lemonade as the ice cubes, and then as they melt over time, if it is going to sit for a bit, it won't water down your drink. It'll just add a little bit more of the lemonade into it, and it'll actually make the alcohol content lighten a little bit throughout the evening, so that's a good thing too. So that's just a tip when it comes to the ice. So easy, right, Tracy?
Totally easy, and I love that idea, and it sets the tone. So people come in and they know, like, you're a guest, but you're not really a guest. Go help yourself. Go get your own drink. And those beautiful decanters that you can get with a little spout, they're everywhere. So they're very easy to find. Love these tips. And you're so reminding me of the bartender days. Like, when I met you, it was all about drinks, and I'm just getting, like, flashback to OG Shoana. So let's talk about those dishes. Beautiful melamine dishes out on the market these days. And so talk to us a bit about your place settings.
Melamine or melamine, however you say it, although we did look it up, and melamine seems to be the right way to say it. Those dishes, they've come so far. They're so beautiful now. I have to admit, it wasn't something I embraced for a long time. And then I will say, when I saw these dishes in particular from the Everhome collection from Bed Bath & Beyond, I gasped. Navy blue, my favorite color, and this cane pattern. But not only that, they don't feel like plastic. You know that kind of plastic vibe? That's not my cup of tea. So I say to everybody who has yet to embrace them, go right ahead. You can get some really beautiful ones and mix and match with what you already have, because that way you're not setting the whole investment. I've even gone the extra step and gone into the acrylic plastic glassware for outside. Again, I held out for a long time on them, but when they look this beautiful, I was like, okay, I can go there. And it's also nice when you have kids at the party as well. They don't have to have like kids cups and adults cups. Everyone can just use the same cup and enjoy it. They'll have a different beverage. Obviously, the kids aren't going to have any of this adult lemonade, but you can give them their own beverage, but at least they can still feel part of the party, and they can just eat and use everything everybody else does.
Yeah, listen, the worst thing about melamine these days is that I cannot stop buying dishes. It's like, and you want to buy as many as possible so that you have a whole set, but they're so pretty. They're gorgeous. Okay,
no.
Let's talk about the food. So you're having an al fresco meal, you're bringing the food out, but you need it to kind of stay chilled. Have you got some tips for that?
Yeah, chilled and protected. So the food can often stay out for a long time. You know, whether it's pre-prep, you've preset the table before everyone arrives, or it's just a fun party and everyone just lingers around the table. And I really like this. There's lots of cool serving dishes out there. I love this one for anything that needs to stay cool. For starters, it has a cover, which I love, but it's got a tray in the bottom that you can put ice under it. So it keeps whatever, like in this case, your veggie platter, which you know what, you go right ahead and buy that pre-cut veggie platter at the grocery store to make things easy. But I like that it keeps everything cool, and that could work for a variety of different things, meats and cheeses and all of those things that you might want to put out. And then there's also some really great things like this is a platter that has a net on it, so to keep away all those little pests that you may not want touching your food, whether it be, you know, again, like the cheeses or the veggies or the meats or pretty much anything. We don't want pests on anything that we're eating. So there's really great serving dishes out there to be able to let you relax and take your time while you're entertaining.
Absolutely. So there isn't anyone that's heading to Shoana's winery background, pool, gorgeous, like beautiful, beautiful vignette and wanting to leave anytime early. You will be kicking your guests out. It will be nighttime. So we need to talk about lighting. What have you got for lighting?
I got my eye on you, Tracy, for one of those late nights coming this summer. But you're right. And so lighting is so important when you're setting up during the day and everything. You're not thinking sometimes that far ahead. And there are absolutely stunning solar lights out there. These ones here, also from Bed Bath & Beyond, are so gorgeous, and they cast the most beautiful light across the table or your patio. And they're so affordable now. Things like these accessories used to be the luxury, and you could only add a couple, but they're so affordable. And listen, you find them on sale, and they're even better because you know I like a good sale. But I'll tell you, one of my most recent finds I've never seen anywhere before that I absolutely love were these little lights. So these are solar lights that I've used as napkin rings, because if it was a dinner and it got dark, they'd be all over the table when it gets dark. But you know what they really are for?
What?
They're actually little clip-on solar lights that you would add around your umbrella if you were entertaining in the evening or just hanging out in your backyard. But they're solar, and the key for me is solar. Enough with the batteries. There's lots of reasons why we want to get rid of those when we can. And they shine so bright, and they're so cute. But I just thought outside the box, and I thought, you know what, these would be absolutely adorable as a napkin ring. So that's what I did. So think outside the box. But they've got a purpose then after your dinner party for your, you know, rest of your summertime.